Good morning, gamers. Welcome back. So, I showed you last week we went over the ultimate RPG character builder. A week before that, I talked about my big Viking Mac, which came in. I had to cut this much off of one end. This thing is thick, but it looks good in the table. Problem is, I'm not sure if I like the lights the LEDs I put in there, but I'll discuss that on another one. Anyway, so we're getting back to this. We're going to talk about some more one-shot adventures. That's right, I am the AMDM Lee. This is my freshly brewed cup of coffee, and you're watching Perception Check. Very, very hot still. Not quite cool enough to just... That's what this one's for. 2 cups of coffee. All right. I've got coffee for days. So, I showed you the Prepared 1 and Prepared 2, which I ran one of these in my Thursday night game and killed 2 players. First level players, and it was great. I love it. The character in there, I ran the Fortress of Dib out of the first book, and I loved it. I did a little tweaking on it, and I see where I'm going to have to do some more tweaking before I run the adventures. But that's not the only 2 books I got on the list for adventures. I don't know if y'all have seen his website or seen him, but he's been around in the community for a little while now. I've read his blogs. I've read all kinds of stuff. It is Sly Flourish. Sly Flourish, and he has got a book. Fantastic Adventures. Now, this is a book of short adventures for 5th edition role-playing game. I'm not sure how much it is, but I'll post a link to it in the description. But it is another book of one-shots with beautiful colored maps in there. I don't want to go into too far because, you know, players. These adventures look to be a little bit larger than the other ones. Let's see. Welcome to Sly Flourish's Fantastic Adventures. You hold in your hands a set of fantasy adventures designed to be played with the 5th edition of the world's most popular role-playing game. That would be Dungeons and Dragons. All of these scenarios have been written with the goal of making it easy as possible for you, the Game Master, or GM, or DM Dungeon Master, to run a 2 to 4 hour game with 4 to 6 characters of 2nd level through 5th level. You should be able to pick up and run any of these adventures with little or no preparation ahead of time. And if you're a new GM, these adventures will help you learn how to run a great fantasy role-playing session. So, and the first adventure is called The Night Blade. So it gives you a little bit of background, as usual. Let's see how long is the... So all of these adventures take place around a village, which works for me. In a grasslands area. It might not work quite as well, but I can make it work. The Night Blade appears to be about 3 pages long, and you can expand it. It's got some secrets and clues and notable NPCs. So this could flesh out the town quite well. I think once I read through this, because I use a lot of one-shots on my Thursday night game because I never know how many players I'm going to have. Due to everyone's work schedule, it's a very rotating system. Or, I don't want to say campaign. It's a series of one-shots with a central theme that they're all basically like musketeers. So they all are doing just odd jobs for the crown, so to speak. So this should be really interesting to go through and do it, especially considering the setting is very much, it's still part of my Artilla world, but the area of that world is very, there's a lot of deserts, there's a lot of oases, and it's very much a desert environment. So I'm interested in seeing how this plays out. So I'll have to read through this to get an idea. But the maps are beautifully drawn in here. It's all on color. There's just all kinds of really nice stuff. You know, it's got your typical, there's some cults, there's some ogres, there's some other things here and there. The adventures in this book, let's go through them. There's a little synopsis. There's the Nightblade, a notorious bandit chief. There's a Dwarven Vault, the Well of the Black Sun, Rosethorn, a Gleam in the King's Eye, the Crashed Palace. Ooh, I think I saw that one. That one looks actually kind of cool. The Flesh Eaters, the Queen of Redwater, the Cult of Dusk, and Gloom. And they all take place bound under this village of White Sparrow. Which, again, I'll have to incorporate that into my world, which won't be hard because I don't have a lot of areas set up in there. I'm running the Thursday night game to flesh out an area of the continent. Bridgewater has been, my Bridgewater Knights is fleshing out one side. The Order of the Scale is fleshing out the eastern side. I had a campaign that was fleshing out the northern region, but that kind of fell apart a little bit. And I have an idea for the southern region. But this book is definitely going to flesh out some stuff for the eastern coast, the Oxoran, and the capital city of Hasek. White Sparrow might be a smaller little village near an oasis. We'll see how it goes. That's all I've got for now, guys. And I do want to apologize for missing the video yesterday. I have been sick, and our internet's been kind of spotting out, and I just didn't feel up to recording. I didn't. I've been out of it. Drugs are bad. So I do apologize for that. Hopefully I will be getting back on point. That's all I have for now. If you like these videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else would like them, please click on the share button. Somewhere. Every like is an inspiration, every share is an advantage, and every subscription is an experience point. Help me gain 300 experience points so I can get to second level. And as always, the AMDM does hereby authorize you, the viewer, to gain 10 experience points for every video that you share. Just tell your DM the AMDM said so. And that's all I have for now. So, my friends, go forth and roll some dice.